Now write down new heading, weak form of market efficiency. In that write down run test. So friends, in order to test that the market is in weak form of market efficiency, there is another type of test that is given a name as run test, and that is what now we are going to understand. So understanding a new concept that is called run test. Friends, it is once again a statistical model. In that, say, the kind of working that say we have to do, that I am explaining to you, along with say some explanation. So we are in the segment of weak form of market efficiency. In that, say, there are two types of tests. One is autocorrelation test, that is what we have discussed, and another is the run test. As far as the run test example is concerned, in that, say, you have to see whether the number of observations are less than equal to 30 or the number of observations are greater than 30. Means the closing price which have been provided to us for the purpose of analysis is less than equal to 30 or it is more than 30. That is what's the kind of thing that we have to see first of all. Now if at all we have been provided with the information about the sample data, then in that case, that is if at all the number of observations are less than equal to 30 and sample data is provided for assessment, then in that case we will apply the t-distribution test. Otherwise we are required to apply Z table, that is normal probability distribution test, if at all we have been provided with the population data. What is the difference between the sample data and population data? Sample data means out of like the whole population we are provided with some information. That is what we understand is the sample data. For example, if at all we want to make an estimation that what will be the return of Infosys in the next year, then for that, say we may take into account all the number of years in which the Infosys has generated return. Or otherwise, say we may have the returns of the last 5 years, say based on that, say we can have the projection of the next year. If at all we take the return of the last 5 years only, that is given a technical name as a sample data, and if at all we take the returns of all the number of years, it is called population data. If the number of observations are greater than 30, then in that case, say we always have to apply the normal probability distribution test for the purpose of analysis. How to do that? So that is what now we are going to understand. Both of them less than equal to 30 and if it is greater than 30. Now friends, giving some explanation to you. So before we proceed further, listen carefully. Let us say that if at all we observe the trend of the market price of the equity share like this for last 10 days. I am just taking some assumed prices. The price is 100, 110, 120, 130, 120, 110, 190, then 100, 110. I am taking very simple figures to explain you. Suppose the prices are going like this, wherein the prices are increasing, then decreasing, again increasing. So what happens that's over here, the trend of the price say is observed. So we can see that over here increases. So plus. and over here, so it goes down, so minus, 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 minus. Again it is going up like this. So this is considered to be like a kind of uninterrupted sequence of the price change. The price increases, then the prices are falling down, then price again increases. I'm asking a question to all of you. I request you to answer in the chat box. Suppose you have observed that, say, the things are going like this. The prices are increasing, then for some time it is decreasing, then again it increases. Like that, say, this kind of, so the trend that, say, you observe, it goes up for a long period, then it is coming down for some, that is, say, some period. Again it is going up for a long period. Like that, say, this kind of uninterrupted sequence of the price change is very less. Then in this kind of situation, can you make an estimation that how the prices are going to fluctuate in future? I am repeating my question. My question is that if at all you observe that, so the number of uninterrupted sequence of the price change, like this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, in a way that, say, the trend in which the price is going, it may be upward trend, it may be downward trend, so that is, say, constant and it changes, say, very less. In that case, is it possible for you easily to make the prediction about the future price? So friends, we understand that, say, if at all the prices are going in such a way wherein, so the trend is not changing frequently, then in that case we can definitely predict that, say, what will be the future price of the security. Why? Because the prices are like going up for a longer period, then it comes down for a shorter period, let us say, or it may go down for a longer period, then again it is going up for a longer period. If it is like this, then in that case we understand it is very easy to predict that, say, what will be the price of the security in future. If it goes like this, say, for a longer period, in a way that, say, it goes like this, this, then in that case it is easy to predict that, say, what will be the price in future, because whenever it goes up like this, then in that case we know that, say, it will go up like this at least for 5 days, at least for 10 days. So whenever the reverse movement starts, immediately you recognize that, say, now the price is going to go up for a longer period. If at all the prices are decreasing, then in that case immediately you recognize that, say, now the prices are likely to fall for a longer period. So this you will be able to understand if at all the number of, so the sequence of the price change is very less. This is what we understand. So this is called uninterrupted sequence of the price change, and we understand that, say, if it is too less in a time period, okay, because see, as I explained to you, we are going to take one set of the data for the purpose of analysis. As I told you that, say, if at all the number of observations are less than equal to 30 and we have been provided with the sample data, then in that case we are going to adopt that is t distribution test. So the t distribution test, they make an analysis with respect to, so the sequence of the price change. If at all the sequence of that is, so the price change is, say, very less in that time period, then in that case we can say that, so the market is not in weak form of market efficiency. That is what's the first thing that we understand. What is uninterrupted sequence of the price change? This is uninterrupted sequence of the price change. This is uninterrupted sequence of the price change. Means the prices are going in one direction only. Okay. Now going further, listen me carefully. If at all the prices are constantly moving like this, in a way that say for 2 days going up, 2 days going down, 2 days going up, 2 days going down, 1 day going up, down, 2 days going up, 3 days going down. If at all the trend is like this, that is for 2 days it is going up, for 1 day down, 2 days going up, 2 days down, 2 days going up, like that say this is like the uninterrupted sequence of the price change. Say it is given a variable called R. If at all the R is too high, in that case, can you make a prediction? So friends, we understand that say even in this case you can easily predict. Why? Because if at all the prices are increasing for 2 days, then in that case definitely it will fall down on the third day. If not on the third day, then in that case surely it will fall down in the fourth day. So that you can predict. Because prices are not going up for a longer period, neither it is going down for a longer period. So if at all the constant price fluctuation is there like this, even in that case you can have the prediction and the market is not in weak form of market efficiency. That is what we understand. So based on this discussion we can understand that say this R should not be too high, R should not be too low. In that case the market will be in weak form of market efficiency. In a way that say what we will do, understand carefully, we are going to make the calculation in which we are going to make the calculation that says a range in which the R should fall. From the given data we will find a range in which R should fall. If at all the R is falling within that range, then in that case we can say that the market is not in weak form of market efficiency, otherwise it is in weak form of market efficiency. That is what we understand. I repeat that. What we will do, we will make the calculation of the range in which the R should fall. That is the range in which say the fluctuations, that is say the number of uninterrupted price change should fall. If at all the R is falling within certain limits, then in that case the market is in weak form of market efficiency, not otherwise. This is what we understand. So let us see that say how to make that. We'll do first of all a few calculations and then we'll write a note for the same. Let us start with the next question, in which we are going to understand the calculation of the R. Consider following movement of the stock over a period of past. We have been provided with the closing prices from day 1 to day 12. The closing prices are like this. Assuming, highlight the portion, sample data is given. Calculate N1. Dear students, the term N1 stands for number of times price increases. N2, that stands for number of times price decreases. R means uninterrupted sequence of the price change. That is what we are required to calculate. How to do answer, that we are going to understand in this very simple and basic example. So I request all of you to write down answer along with me. Write down answer. N1 means number of times price increase. Full stop. N2 means number of times price falls. R means uninterrupted sequence of price change. Let us understand and say how to make the calculation. Column number 1 is day. Column number 1 is day. Column number 2 is closing price. Column number 3 is increase, that is N1. Next column is decrease, N2, and the last column is uninterrupted sequence of the price change R. Let us understand how to do it. So it is day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. The closing prices are 100, 110, 130, 120, 190, 100, 110, 120, 80, 70 and 60. So here to make a comparison of the closing prices, that is 110 is greater than 100, so that is an increase, so 1. 130 is greater than 110, so it is 2. 120 is less than 130, so price decreases, so it is 1. 100 is less than 120, so it is 2. 90 is less than 100, so it is 3. 100 is more than 90, so number of price increases will be increasing from 2 to 3. 110 is more than 100, so again price increases. Again price increases. This time there is a reduction in the price. So this number of price decreases increases to 4. 70 is less than 80, so this is 5. 60 is less than 70, so it is 6. This is the way we are required to make the computation of number of price increases and number of price decreases. Now lastly we will make the calculation of R. How to find R? It will be found like this. R is 1 over here. That is, so the number of price increases, the trend is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is the way the value of the R is calculated. Right on answer. So we make the computation of the number of price increases, number of price decreases and R in this way. So finally N1 is 5, N2 is 6 and R is 4. This is the way we are required to calculate the answer.